In the deep ocean, silence is survival. A submarine is a predator that strikes from the void. But sometimes, the deadliest move a submarine can make is to be seen. For years, the Strait of Hormuz has been a chessboard of aggression. Swarm boats, mines, seizure of merchant vessels. Iran believed it held the leverage. They thought the shallow waters were their territory. They were wrong. In 2023, the United States Navy played a card that changed the game overnight. They didn't send an aircraft carrier. They sent something darker. A shadow with 154 warheads. This is the story of what happens when you mess with the wrong submarine. To understand why this moment was so dangerous, we first have to look at the map. The Strait of Hormuz. At its narrowest point, the shipping lanes are only 2 miles wide. It is the jugular vein of the global economy. For decades, Tehran has used this geography to its advantage. Their doctrine is asymmetric warfare. They know they cannot beat the U.S. Navy ship for ship. Instead, they use mosquito fleet tactics, hundreds of small, fast, missile-equipped speedboats designed to overwhelm a larger enemy. By early 2023, tensions were boiling over. Commercial tankers were being seized. International law was being flouted. The region felt like a powder keg waiting for a match. The U.S. Fifth Fleet needed a deterrent that wasn't just a target for Iranian drones. They needed a ghost. Enter the SSGN. The Ohio-class guided missiles submarine. Originally built to end the world with nuclear fire, 4 of these leviathans were converted for a different purpose: conventional dominance. The USS Florida, 560 feet of high-yield steel, a crew of over 150 sailors. She operates in the blind spots of the world. Unlike an aircraft carrier which projects power by being visible, an SSGN projects power by ambiguity. It could be anywhere. And that uncertainty is psychological torture for an adversary. The order comes down. Transit to Suez Canal. Enter the Red Sea. Head for the Persian Gulf. This is not a drill. This is a show of force. But taking a submarine into the Persian Gulf is a nightmare for a captain. Submarines rely on depth for stealth. The Gulf is shallow, averaging only 50 meters deep. It's loud, crowded with traffic, and full of enemy sensors. To take a multi-billion-dollar asset into this bathtub is a calculated risk. Why take that risk? Because of the payload. The Florida carries up to 154 Tomahawk Land Attack Missiles. To put that in perspective, a standard destroyer maybe carries 30 or 40 offensive missiles. An SSGN carries the firepower of an entire carrier strike group's escort fleet, all wrapped in a single hull. These missiles can loiter, change targets mid-flight, and strike with pinpoint accuracy from 1,000 miles away. If a conflict broke out, the Florida could single-handedly dismantle an enemy's air defense network, command centers, and coastal batteries in the first 15 minutes of the war. This is the Mjolnir effect. It's a hammer. And in April 2023, the U.S. Navy decided to swing it. April 8th, The USS Florida begins its transit through the Suez and into the Fifth Fleet area of operations. Intelligence suggests the IRGC is planning more seizures. The response needs to be unmistakable. Usually, a submarine commander dreads surfacing. It leaves you vulnerable. But here, visibility was the weapon. The Navy releases photos of the Florida. It's a deliberate headline. We are here. For the Iranian Naval Command, this is a crisis. An SSGN operating in their backyard changes the calculus. They can harass a merchant ship, but they cannot hunt a nuclear-powered submarine without triggering massive retaliation. The hunter became the hunted. After the photo op, the Florida did what it does best. It vanished. It slipped beneath the waves of the Arabian Sea. Now the Iranian commanders have a problem. Is it still there? Is it off the coast of Bandar Abbas? Is it targeting the drone facilities? The silence was louder than the engines. The immediate effect was palpable. The frequency of aggressive maneuvers against major shipping lanes dipped. The message had been received. This is the essence of deterrence, the art of stopping a war before the first shot is fired. The deployment of the Florida and later the Georgia signaled a shift in U.S. strategy. It proved that the U.S. doesn't need a sprawling land base in the region to strike. They can bring an airfield's worth of destruction on a mobile, invisible platform. But it comes at a cost. These crews operate on an 18-hour day, often submerged for months without seeing the sun, breathing recycled air, living next to a nuclear reactor and a warehouse of high explosives. In the world of modern warfare, we often focus on the loud things, the fighter jets screaming overhead, the tanks rumbling through the desert. But the true backbone of maritime security is often the thing you never see. Iran tested the waters, pushing against the boundaries of international order. They expected weakness. Instead, they found 154 reasons to back down, lurking just beneath the surface. The USS Florida didn't fire a single shot. Yet it won the battle. Because the most dangerous weapon isn't the one you hear coming. It's the one that's already there. In honor of the silent service.